So yesterday we talked a little bit about just kind of some general rules, and we'll go over more of these as we're going along, just so we didn't have to bore you yesterday with going over all the rules on day one. Okay. So the rules that we went over yesterday again were: come with a good attitude, come awake. Okay. All right. Make sure that we're coming awake. Make sure that we're coming with a good attitude. Show everybody respect. Now, a lot of different ways to show respect. When one person's talking, you're listening. That's a huge way of showing respect. Not butting into a conversation or what was the one that I had from yesterday? I want to call it middle schooling. Don't be like picking on somebody, turning around and kind of a thing, making them be distracted. Be respectful to everyone in the room. Okay? Bathroom breaks only during work time. No phones out, so everybody's phone should be in their bag, not underneath their leg, not sitting on their lap, not tucked in a pocket, all that fun stuff. And then remember, we're doing water in capped, closed top things, no open bottles. Okay? We talked about that one. And then we also went in to talk about notes, that white note packet that you guys all got. Super important because of number one. Remember, you get to use them on tests and quizzes. Okay? Now, Mrs. Hill, my counterpart, has updated the calendar over here on the sideboard. And so this is everything that we're going to be doing the first, so right now we're here. So this is everything that we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks. Okay? All right? So you can always look over here. So looking at it, a week from today, you guys are going to have a formative assessment in class. Okay? All right? Now, formative, remember, is fixable. Okay? That's why I always remember formative. After fixable. It means if you get something wrong, you can fix it. Okay? You'll have a formative the following Thursday, and then you'll have a test. So your first test, where you can use your notes, and you can use your notes on that test, remember, that's why we're taking such good notes, is going to be on the 20th of September, which is 3 weeks from now. Okay. So, no textbook in here. We have the note packet that's going to become your textbook for this class. And the more you write stuff down, the easier it gets for your brain to do it, so that you can do, hopefully, the goal for us is that on the 20th, you don't even need to look at your note packet. And that's the goal. If you write it down and you do work and you study all this stuff, you might not even need to look at the note packet. But it's there just in case. When I was growing up, I slept with a squirrel. Now, it was a stuffed animal squirrel, so I slept with a squirrel. And then, it was always nice to know that the squirrel was there. Didn't need him, but it was always nice to know that it was just there just in case. Okay? All right? All right, so we are on, I want to say it's page, well, it's really like page 3, but it's the second sheet. It says A2, adding integers at the top. Okay? That's the sheet that we're on. Okay? So, I would like you to try these 3 problems, A, B, and C, right now. Just try them and see if you notice anything, or just kind of look at them. Right now, I don't care right, wrong answer, anything like that. I just want you to kind of go through and try them, see what you can do. So let's see where we're at. Kind of assess, a pre-assessment. So, remember, it's okay to be wrong. How many people got 10 for A? 7 plus 3 is 10. How many people got 9 for B? Ooh, everybody got 9? What did you get? What did you get? You got 9? Raise your hand if you got 9. Did everybody get 9? What should it be? Negative 9. And those are different, just so you know. 9 is different than negative 9. Okay? Those are different numbers. That's why I kind of did it that way. That's why I kind of tricked you. And I said the wrong answer. Okay? What did everybody get for C? Negative 15. Okay? All right, so this one here, let me get those answers up there on the board. This one here should be 10. This one here should be negative 9 with that negative sign on the front, and negative 15. Love it. Okay? So, what did we notice about the signs of the signs, the positivity, if you will, of the numbers that we were adding together? In the first one, 7 and 3, those are both positive, right? Yeah? Okay? In B, negative 3 and negative 6, those are both, they're both negative, but they're the same. Okay? Negative 10 and negative 5, those are both negative. So those are both the same. So the signs here were the same. Signs were the same on them. Okay. Now, let's look. I gotta scroll back up. Oh, I can do it right there. Now, let's look at the sign of the two numbers that we added and the sign of the answer. What can you tell me about those? The sign of the two numbers and the sign of the answer. They're also the same. The sign of the answer is the same as the sign of the two numbers. Okay. Can I let you in on a little secret? That is always what you have. If you're adding two positive numbers, your answer is going to be positive. If you're adding two negative numbers, your answer is going to be negative. Okay? When the signs are the same, that's the sign of your answer too. Okay? It's when the signs are different, we'll get into later on Tuesday. That's when things get a little more involved, I think would be the best way of saying it. Okay? Okay? So, on your, depends on which number line you're looking at. On your desk, your number line is yellow. If you're using the purple cover sheet from your notes, then that one is purple. Okay? But when you are adding like signs, okay, we're going to go, actually, when you're adding a positive number, you are going to go up on the number line. Okay? If you're adding a positive number, you're going to go that many spaces up the number line. So for instance, we had 7 plus 3. So we'd start at 7, and I'm adding 3, so I would go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and there's my answer of 10 that we got. Right? When you're adding a positive number, you're going up the number line. Okay? Or, like yesterday in class, we also talked about a horizontal number line, and we said that that positive direction was to the right. Right. If you're adding a negative, then you're going to go down. So I think we had, what did we have? We had -3 plus -6. Yep. So we had -3. That's not what I wanted. Started at -3, and we added -6. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So then that one became negative. Oops, I put -9 in. -3 plus -6 down. Okay. All right. So try those. Now what happens? Now we got differing signs, right? And so that add going up the chart still works if we're adding a positive. So if what comes after the addition sign is positive, you're going to go up the chart that many. If what comes after the addition sign is negative, we're going to go down the chart. Okay? So try these three right now for me. 8 plus -10, -5 plus 6, -9 plus 5. So if I've got 8 plus -10 here, I'm going to go farther down. I'm just looking at my number line. So we've got 8. So there's my start. And we're adding a negative. So am I going up or am I going down? I'm going down. So I got to go down 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I ended up at -2 for that. The answer to D here should be -2. -5 plus 6. Which direction am I going? Starting at -5. And I'm going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that should be +1. -9 plus 5. Don't go far enough. Start at -9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. End at -4. So -4 is the answer here. Okay. What did we notice about the signs of these numbers in this set of 3? They're different this time. Okay? Now this next one, the answer to this next one is not as obvious as last time. Okay? What do we notice about the sign? Now we're just looking at the positivity of our answer. What do you got? Whichever digit is bigger? Yeah, whichever digit is bigger, that's going to be the positivity of our answer. Okay? Whoa! So it's the same sign as the biggest digit. The biggest number. Alright? let's put that all into here down at the bottom. Rules for adding integers. So if they're the same sign, okay, so if the two numbers are the same sign, we add the two numbers together and we keep the sign. Okay, that was like A through C. The top example was like that, where the signs were the same. We added the numbers together and we kept the sign. Okay? 3 plus 6 was 9, but both were negative, so it became negative 9. Okay? If the signs are different, then we subtract and use the sign of the larger number, the bigger digit. That was examples D through F. Now we're on the back side. You try, now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time here to try 1 through 5. So you try examples 1 through 5. If you need to flip over to the front side to remember those rules, feel free. And you've got your number lines on your desks to go along with it, or you've got your number line on your sheet, on your purple sheet. So try these 5 right now. So on the first one, as I was walking around, I think everybody got the first one. Should be 3, right? We start at -2, and we add 5, so we're going up 5 on our number line, which ends us at 3. 5 plus 7, I thought everybody, actually I think everybody did that one first, which is fine. You don't have to do them all in numerical order. Got 12 on that. 12 plus -12 should be 0. We can end up right back at 0. Right back where we started. -4 plus -9 is -13. And then there's this one, when we've got multiple ones. So we started at -2, and then we went up 6, which would have put us at 4, and then we went up 5 more, and that puts us at 9. Any questions on any of those 5? From me walking around, I'm going to speak for Mr. Lippman here too. I thought everybody did a good job on that one. I was like, everybody nailed it right off the start. Okay? Now, then there's these 2 at the bottom. Okay? Now, mod early. Yep, not till 9. Okay? That's all right. Happens. Expected it. Yeah. Right? So on these ones, what we're saying is, I want you to add W plus X. Now you're going to say list. How can I add 2 letters together? Well, those letters represent a number. In math, we call those variables. And so really what this is here is W is -8 and X is 5. So this is -8 plus 5. And we'd like you to actually write that out, not just jump into doing stuff in your head. Write it out. So the more you write it out, the easier it is, and more possibly, if you make a mistake, the easier it is for you to find that mistake. But if you don't write it out, you can't do that. Okay? And then here in number 7, this would be 7 plus W. Well, W is -8 plus Z. Z is -3. So So we want you to write those out, fill in what those letters actually, what the value of those letters are. Okay? So then, on this first one, if we started at -8 and we went up 5 on our number line, or right 5 if we're using a horizontal one, we should end at -3. If we start at 7, which way on the number line am I going to go if I add -8? Down. So that means I'm going to go down 8 spots. I'm going to be at -1. Then I got to go which way for the -3? Down 3 more, so I would be at -4. Okay. Any questions on that one? Love it. So if you haven't completed yesterday's homework and turned it in, that's your priority number 1 for the next month, is to get that one done. If you have done yesterday's homework and you've turned it in, then your priority for this next one, or the next mod, is today's worksheet, which is A2, adding integers. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Give you something to do.
I'm really good at it.